We see an aerial shot of the quayside at Nigg with offshore turbine jackets waiting to be loaded onto vessels and text on screen that reads, Scottish Power and the Port of Nigg have just signed a groundbreaking MOU for the future supply of green hydrogen.
So the Port of Nigg and Global Energy Group have some fantastic attributes. The location is pivotal. It can really help the growth of not just Scottish offshore wind, but UK offshore wind. They have a tremendous regional aspect because
We see Barry Carruthers, Hydrogen Director, Scottish Power.
there's a lot of industry, a lot of drive in that area for zero carbon solutions to make sure that that region benefits.
We see an aerial shot of the quayside.
So this agreement is exciting. We're trying to bring together clean electricity and clean green hydrogen for the first time to now support the decarbonisation of industry.
We see an aerial shot of offshore wind turbine jackets with rigs in the background.
It's creating new steel for new offshore wind farms, and we need to make sure that that's zero carbon industry supporting zero carbon renewable generation for the future.
So we want to be very much at the very heart of this change towards a low carbon economy and a net zero world.
We see Steve Chisholm speaking to camera.
And that means we get increasingly more involved in green projects. And going forward, we just want to have a bigger place in that low carbon economy and really see that as the future of the business. We've invested nearly 90 million in what we've spent so far.
We see an aerial shot of the port.
In terms of the port facilities today and the equipment, we've already got planning consent and works underway to start a further extension of our quayside facilities. So
We see an aerial shot of the quayside.
that'll let us increase the amount of marine traffic that can come and go from the port.
We see two engineers from both the Port of Nigg and Scottish Power walking through the factory.
We don't have the skills in-house to understand what the true potential for the use of hydrogen energy and the innovative solutions in combined heat and power are.
We see shots of engineers welding.
Scottish Power and what it does in the UK and around the world leads in that area, and we want to draw on that expertise with a really proficient partner that can ensure that the power that we bring into the facility, that the energy we use in that process is as carbon efficient as possible.
So hydrogen is actually very abundant. It's all around us, but it's easily found in water. So what we do is apply electricity to the water through a device called an electrolyser. Out the other end, we have hydrogen gas and oxygen gas produced. That means we can have a zero emission process to get that clean hydrogen fuel out the other end. The most important thing that we do is we feed that electrolyser device with clean green electricity.
We see an aerial shot of onshore turbines turning.
Which then gives us clean green hydrogen out the other end.
2 decades ago, we pioneered onshore wind for the UK, Scottish Power. And in the last decade, we've effectively made a big, bold decision to remove all of our generating plants that were fossil fuels, all our coal. That was a huge decision for Scottish Power, but it's one that we wanted to make.
We see Andrew Ward, CEO Retail Scottish Power, speaking to camera.
It demonstrates our commitment to green energy, to green futures.
We see onshore turbines turning as the sun sets in the background.
The decisions we make today will influence not only our children, but our children's children for the future. And therefore, it's incumbent on all of us to make sure that what we do is we contribute to that decision positively.
We see the Scottish Power and Global Energy Group logos. The film ends.